And Kerry, I'm going to come to you because obviously we do have West Ham on Thursday. Now, how are you kind of feeling going into this one, obviously, after we've come out of a draw against City?
I'm not worried. I should be. I'm not. It's West Ham. Like, I don't know. The only person really I'm too concerned about would be Mohamed Kudus. He's just been banging in goals for fun, and it's just not fair. But I can't see it. I can't. I just think as long as we've got Sonny's going to get a hat trick. I'm calling it now. Bookmark it. He's getting a hat trick. I don't know. I think it really depends on the midfield combo that we go with, if I'm going to be honest. So whether he chooses or elects to play Basuma again, which I assume he will, because again, no players left in the squad. But he just needs to find a bit more form, and hopefully he'll play a little bit better than he did in the last game. It can't get much worse.
Please don't tempt fate and jinx it. But no, you're right. And obviously in that game, Sonny, I believe that Romero might be back for this one. So who's the player that's going to drop out? I'm guessing you're going to probably say Emerson.
I mean, logically, based on Davis being left-footed, if I have to be really boring about it. But I think Emerson's been all right as a centre-back. I think he looks more comfortable on the ball than Eric Dyer ever has, like in his centre-back career for Ange. But then again, he seems to have been played everywhere. He played left-back against Palace. He's played right-back at the start of the season. So bless Emerson for, being the Swiss Army knife of Tottenham this year. But yeah, I think logically Davis has to play there to, left-footed. Romero has to come back in. I think, with West Ham's physicality, set pieces, they'll look to score from. I mean, in this game, you'd like to think, after, scoring 3 against City, you think West Ham would be a doddle. But again, this is their cup final. I watched the game yesterday with a West Ham fan, and we ended up having a massive debate about the Conference League win that ended up going on for about 20 minutes. So, because that's like the biggest trophy ever, according to them. But yeah, I mean, even he said you're going to smack us up. So, but what it's like with Tottenham. We've gone into these games more optimistic, and you just can't call it. But I'm glad we're at home, because the home support at a West Ham game is usually quite fiery, intense. Atmosphere is going to be incredible. That's what I said about this run. I think the home form will help us a little bit. Just a shame with Villa that, a couple of moments of madness ended up being 2-1. Because, if we'd even got a draw against them and we get something against Newcastle and a win against, you look at these run of games and go, actually, we did all right, all things considered. But it's the way the cookie crumbles.
No, it definitely is. And like I say, now that we're at home, it might obviously sway in our favour a bit more. Not saying that obviously West Ham are going to be difficult or easy. I mean, Mitch, how do you kind of see this one panning out?
I hate playing West Ham. Do you know what they're saying about? There's something weird about the West Ham games where I actually feel more confident playing them away from home. And I don't know, it must be a mental thing for me, but I get petrified of losing at home to West Ham, because they absolutely love it, and I have quite a lot of friends that are West Ham fans, and they do make it last if they do end up beating us. And the most worrying thing for me is that we should win, and I hate saying that. I hate using the phrase "we should win," especially in our derby against one of our biggest rivals. But everything suggests that we should really outplay them and outscore them, but that's never the case. They always have that thing about them, West Ham, where they seem to be able to find a way to nick something or grab an early goal or something like that. So yeah, I think Sonny's right in terms of the home support is going to be excellent. It always is. Midweek game, Thursday night, fine, whatever, but the crowd will still be up for it. Should be a sellout, so you'd back us in that sense. I think the squad themselves will be really boosted with Romero back, because of course he'll go straight back into a team, and he makes a big difference. I know he struggled perhaps last season with 2 other centre backs next to him who weren't up to the same standard as him, but I do back him to come in, and I'd be shocked if Emerson is still playing at centre-back on Thursday. But yeah, he'll come in, and Romero, Davis, centre-back, you can almost sort of be like, okay, we can get behind that. It's not the worst thing in the world. As long as one of them are there, it's better than what we have had, isn't it? So, They played Bowen up top yesterday, West Ham, and he's just come back from an injury. Obviously, kept him out of England duty over the international break. And I don't think I watched bits of it as well. I don't particularly think he looked fully fit, so I don't know what that will be like on Thursday. But yeah, I agree with what Kerry was saying earlier. Kudus has been a very good player for them. I think he's already on 5 goals for the club. And he will be dangerous, and they do have dangerous players. The hype's died down a little bit around Paqueta, but I think we remember that City were quite desperate to sign him in the summer. We know he's a good player, and it's not going to be an easy game. And I hate having that mentality of thinking, okay, yeah, we should win. I'm looking forward to it because we should win. Which if you're looking at it logically, we should. But unfortunately, I think we all know as Tottenham fans that it's never that simple, and it's never usually the case. But we'll see. They've proved us wrong a lot of times so far this season. Hopefully, they carry on doing that.
Definitely. Like we've all kind of said, I can never pinpoint how a game's going to go, even now with Ange Ball, and I think that will always remain with us, which is annoying, but it's just the Spurs way at the moment. But